All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our live and online tour of Hamilton Hall today. My name is Jennifer Attenweiler, and I serve as the Associate Director of Residence Life and Housing at Wright State. And we are so excited to be able to show you Hamilton Hall today, what is also affectionately known as our STEM City community. We have a lot of students who are of STEM majors who live here, but it is open to anybody. You don't have to be a STEM major. We just offer some amenities and some services in this building that a lot of STEM students find attractive. As you will notice, we're pretty close to a lot of the academic core of campus here, with the student union kind of being off to your left right here. And on the other side of that is the engineering building, as well as you'll see it's just a short walk to the rest of the other campus buildings as well, with the College of Science and Math being also a close and short walk. So that's why we, try to encourage STEM students to live here, is because it is close to those academic buildings, but again, it's open to anyone. So we are going to head on inside and show you some of the features of the building, but wanted to show you the outside of Hamilton on this beautiful day, so you can see what a view of your new home would look like as you're approaching it on campus. So our beautiful sign, welcome to STEM City. So as you will notice, when you walk into our building, we have a swipe card reader right here. This is where you'll use your student ID to swipe to get into the building. You also will notice that our person just held up their card there to let himself into the building. That it also has like a little chip in it that will recognize you having access. So that is a secure entry into the building. We're bringing you into the lobby right here. You will notice that we have a computer lab. Some of the software that STEM students particularly would use is located on these computers, but again, these computers are open to any student to print 24/7 on our lobby printer here, to access anything that they need for courses, so you don't have to bring your own printer to campus. You can also, come down here 24/7. They're open lab, so you're not bothering, having to go to an academic building to also print. Hamilton Hall is consisting of 2 wings. Sorry, I'm getting some feedback here. Let me mute everyone. Hamilton Hall consists of 2 wings. We have the West Wing and the South Wing. And on each wing, there are 4 separate floors that are separated by sex. So there's the female floor, male floor, female floor, male floor, and then on the other side, it's the opposite. What we're showing you now is some more of the Hamilton Hall lobby. You'll see that there's a fireplace here, some tables that have whiteboards in the center of them. We have a projector and some media here to host different types of programs and events that we have in the halls. So we're trying to really make sure that our students have somewhere to sit and collaborate and work on their schoolwork together. And those whiteboards come in quite handy when you're trying to work on some calculus equations or trying to figure out other things together. So this is one of the many spaces. We also have a tutoring classroom in the building as well, a tutoring space and a classroom downstairs. We're showing you the mailboxes right now. This is where you would check your mail when you come in. Everyone's given a combination for their room to access their mail as a student. You'll notice right next to that there's a staff office. So it is staffed by a full-time community director who lives in the building, as well as there are RA staff who hold office hours here to help you with any needs that you may need assistance with as well. We are going to go show you a vending area now that's located here in the lobby. This is also where we have recycling for the building. We do have a drinking fountain here and just some other amenities. So if you want a late night snack and the dining facilities are closed, you can come down here. You can use your one card or credit card, debit card, or cash to get a late night snack, drinks, beverages. So it's just a nice little convenience type of area for you as well. Now we are going to take you into one of the hallways where we have our tour spaces to show you some of the rooms and some of the amenities. What you'll notice when we walk into the hallway is that we also you have to use your ID swipe. So you need to have that card on you. It's really important to be able to get into the floors and into the elevators and into the building to use that card swipe. The first room that we're going to show you here is a Hamilton Hall double room. So these, you'll notice that everything that's pretty much in here is what it comes furnished with. You see the 2 beds. There's a 3-drawer dresser that you can see there underneath the bed. There are wardrobes, and there's a desk and chairs that come with each room. These beds are adjustable in height, so you can keep that in mind as you can move things in and out of there. Just know that if you lower your bed, those 3-drawer dressers may not fit underneath, so you may have to rearrange the rooms. But everything is movable in the room as far as furniture. Nothing's kind of like built into the walls. We also supply you with a mini fridge and microwave as well. And one of the cool things about these rooms is the desk chairs actually turn into media chairs. So if you're a gamer or someone who likes to sit closer on the floor, and the tops actually come off and turn into a gaming chair, or you can make them into an office chair. So kind of a neat feature. Students like those, especially anyone who's into their gaming systems. Now we're going to show you a super single. And as I'm talking, if you have any questions, feel free to hit the little chat box down at the bottom of your screen. You should be able to enter in a chat. We have some other folks who are online here who can answer any of those. I'm not sure what's going on here. Give me 1 second. Exit out of that. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to go into the chat at any point in time and ask any questions. In here, you'll notice that the bed is lowered. So those 3-drawer dressers that we were kind of talking about in the other room are along the wall over here. This is a super single space, so there's only 1 bed in this room. So there's a little bit more room to remove the dressers. It does come with 2 wardrobes, as well as a desk and a chair. And you will see that there are these lights on the wall that are built in, and those are for like overhead above the bed reading and that sort of thing, is for you to not disrupt your roommate maybe while they are sleeping and you don't have the overhead light on. So this is what a lot of students will preference, just because they can also bring a futon with them or some other sitting arrangement, a larger TV, and so they have a lot more space to kind of spread out their belongings as well. Now we're going to show you the hallway. We're walking down to what we call community bathrooms, but they're a little bit different than the community bathrooms that maybe you have in your head. So in one room, we have bathroom stalls as well as sinks and kind of a common toilet stalls. And in here, you'll see to meet accessibility needs of all of our students, we do have lifts and other equipment in here to assist our students and our PAs with anything that they may need. And then we have the sinks and garbage disposal and many things for our students to use, as well as there's Clorox wipes and stuff like that you'll see in here for you to sanitize and keep items clean. You walk we're going to go into one of the shower stalls now. This is an individual shower stall. As you'll see, there's a dressing area kind of on the inside of here first, and then the shower curtain that goes across in the shower area. These are we are on the first floor, so these are all accessible as well. And so there's a nice little area for you to bring your shower items in, hang up your towels, hang up your clothes, And then they lock from the inside, kind of like that you see like on porta potties where it says like occupied or open, so you always know which showers are available and open. And there's multiple on each floor as well. There you go. There's a shot of vacant or occupied. Also on the floors you will find, there's another shower. Also on the floors you will find a trash room. In the trash room, what you do is you bring down your room trash to here. No need to walk to a dumpster or take out your trash. Our custodial staff does that for you, so you're just responsible for bringing your room trash to each of these trash rooms. So that's kind of a nice amenity. I know a lot of students don't want to go out in the cold winter months and take out their trash, so the custodial staff will do that for you. Also on each floor, which we're not able to show at the moment, but there is a floor lounge on the center of each floor. And so those floor lounges are meant for gathering spaces. They have whiteboards in them, kind of like a mini lobby for each floor. And so a lot of students will gather in there, do homework. There are TVs in those floor lounges, and just kind of hang out in those common spaces. We are going to take you down to the basement of Hamilton now. I believe that is where we're walking. We're going to show you the laundry facilities as well as a classroom space that we have down into the basement. And while they are walking, there's the card reader again. Again, very important that you have this ID card on you. As they are walking, does anyone have any questions that they would like to put into the chat? They are burning questions that they have about fall semester or housing. All right. Wait. All right. So now we're walking into the laundry facilities. The laundry is included in your rent in Hamilton, so no need to bring coin or anything with you. You can, it says you just push and put your detergent in and you just get started. And there's multiple washers and multiple dryers for you to use. And so that's what everything's included. So make sure if you don't know how to do laundry yet, you learn how to do that. It's an important skill in college to have, making sure that you know how to properly do your laundry, sort your colors. I know that was, a little bit of a learning curve for me as well. So something that our students sometimes struggle with at the beginning. We are now walking to our classroom in Hamilton Hall. This is a classroom that is used for study sessions, review sessions. Our study coaches will use this space in the fall that we have to help out with courses in engineering, calculus, and some of those other harder STEM courses. So there are multiple tables, chairs, projectors, there's whiteboards. So there's lots of space to spread out. A lot of students also just hang out down in the space as they're doing homework. And so people hang out down here when there's not classes going on. And again, your ID card gets you into this space in the building. I see a couple of questions being put in the chat. I see, what is the fall housing plan, and is campus going to be open? So right now we're working through multiple scenarios and we're waiting for an official decision from the university on what fall is going to look like, but we are going to be as flexible as we possibly can with students' housing contracts. So we're still encouraging students to apply and to live on campus. And our hope is that, that actually happens. And so we're planning to open right now, but that could change. So we will, once we know what the university has decided with in-person, virtual, hybrid courses, we will reach out to everyone who's applied and walk through housing options with them. There are, Brody, you asked, are there RAs on each floor? There are RAs on each floor and in the buildings. They rotate duty, they respond to after hours needs, crisis response. If maintenance issues, so they respond to a plethora and are trained to help out. And yes, multiple RAs are STEM majors, specifically in this building. So we try to place RAs who have maybe taken classes that are in the same major as the students living on those floors and in those preferences. So you'll see that we also have campus police who also can respond to things and professional staff if it's outside the RA's realm to be able to respond to some of those. All right. So I think we showed many of the spaces in Hamilton. I do want to mention that out back of Hamilton Hall, there is a volleyball court, and there is like a grill area, and there's a lot of other just community spaces around Hamilton. And again, you're close to the student union, so you're just a quick walk to the fitness centers and the gym and a lot of the amenities that the union has to offer. It is a popular choice because I will tell you, in the cold winter months, a lot of students will just kind of roll out of their beds from Hamilton Hall, go grab a tunnel, access from the student union, and not even have to wear a winter jacket most of the winter. So there's a lot of perks to living in Hamilton Hall, and that students really enjoy it for that reason. We also do a lot of where we are sitting now, like fireside chats with faculty members and deans, try to do some programming. And also, like hot off the press, we just received a grant for Student First funding grant, and this fall they will be every student that lives in Hamilton Hall, which I know this is a small incentive, but will get a T-shirt that says that they're part of STEM City. They will also have a graduate assistant, hopefully living in the building, to do some of those review sessions along with our study coaches and do some of the programming. So we're really excited about STEM City this fall if everything's to move forward as planned. I see another question here. Are there designated dorms for freshmen? There are 3 different halls that we have for our first year students. That's our Woods Community, Honors Community, and then Hamilton Hall. Honors and the Woods are suite style living. So they're a little bit different setup, and we are going to be doing virtual tours of them in the coming weeks. So if you are interested in seeing and comparing all of those before you put in your preferences for housing, you can do that and join us for those to see kind of what the different communities amenities offer. There will be, again, you just saw Hamilton. It is the most like traditional style dormitory that we have on campus, but the suites are also very popular for our first year students. Will there be incentives to live on campus if fall semester ends up virtual? Can you expand on incentives for me and kind of what you are looking for in that? That's from Jen. Does anyone want to see anything else in the building as well as we're talking? Will you be allowed to live on campus if instruction is virtual? So we realize that some students may not have, reliable internet access, or there just may not be a space, or for other reasons, they really need to live on campus in order to be successful. We are talking with our administration, again, trying to see what we can come up with. Students who, I will talk about, when students had to stay here for spring, we did have an appeal process for them to stay. And so they had to provide us with a reason of why they needed to stay when we did close down housing for the remainder of the semester. So I'm not sure if that will be, if they do decide to do virtual, if we'll do something like that again, or if the university will, say, make another decision for us. So we're just kind of in limbo, trying to be as flexible as possible, but we also want to keep the safety and comfort of our students at the forefront. But we will hopefully have a decision by the end of June, according to our university president, Dr. Edwards. I guess that was kind of a long answer, but the hope is yes, that we would still allow students to live on campus, even if there's a hybrid or virtual instruction. Is there anything else that people would like me to show them today or talk about? We do have, some of our community director staff on here, as well as some of our central housing staff on here. So if you have questions about application or you have questions about anything, we can answer for you. They're showing us around graciously. Cannot talk for the moment. Does anyone have any questions about living on campus in general? I'll give a few more minutes to see if people have questions. All right, there's a question. What is the policy on alcohol? So if you're under the age of 21, you cannot have alcohol in your room. If you are over the age of 21 and you have an underage roommate, our policy states that you must keep it in, your side of the room or under as much controlled lockdown as possible for underage students to not be able to get a hold of that. And other substances. Yeah, so good questions. We do have a conduct process here at Wright State. And so we have I would encourage you to go look at our campus housing policies. Some of them may be revised for fall because, again, not knowing what fall is going to look like, some of them may have to be altered, such as like guest policy, and how many folks are allowed to gather in a space and things like that nature. So, but I would encourage you to go read through some of those. Anyone who's found a violation of any of our policies, we follow state and federal, laws as well. And so, anyone who's found in possession of any of those illegal substances would go through our conduct process, and our RAs enforce those policies when and our professional staff when they do run across anyone violating any of our campus housing policies or state and federal law. Good questions. Hopefully you were able to log into our orientation site and see some of those other virtual tours. And you'll be able to join us for those additional virtual tours that we're going to have. And so really looking forward to welcoming folks to campus in the fall, and really are hoping to have a as normal semester as possible and get some normalcy back in all of our day-to-day routines. Any kitchen area available to use other than the microwave? Good question. So we have a kitchen located over in Forest Lane Community Center, and Hamilton and Forest Lane are actually a combined community. So RAs that serve over in Forest Lane and RAs and staff that are in Hamilton actually share in a duty rotation and operate as a community. And so Forest Lane does have a community kitchen, and Hamilton Hall residents can go over there and use that kitchen and will have swipe access with their cards to that kitchen. You can also reserve it through a reservation process if you and a couple of other groups of friends want a specific time to go over there. You can reserve the kitchen space and the community center as well. And so, yep, there is. You can also have a lot of different appliances living in housing. You can have a toaster, you can have a crock pot, you can have a lot of different appliances. So you can make a lot of things I suggest joining Pinterest and creating a board. There's a lot of stuff out there about college cooking in a microwave, right? Or in a crock pot and things like that. So there's quite a bit that you can do out there. You'd be surprised. That's actually a pretty popular program and event that RAs will put on sometime, is how to teach you how to cook items in your room. And we do have a Raider Mart on campus, and so you can go buy supplies over there to actually cook. So they actually carry fresh produce and fruit and a lot of other groceries items that you would need, and you just use your dining card and your meal plan to purchase those items. And there's also a Meijer right next to campus too if you want to do some larger grocery shopping. But with having a meal plan, you probably don't need to grocery shop as much as using our Raider Mart. Good questions. Any other questions that people have, or am I missing anything? I'll now kind of open it up to some of my colleagues that are on here and see if any of them would like to chime in with any words of welcome or any advice, or just to say hello and to share any information. If you would like to talk, you can unmute.
So I was the person walking the laptop around today. So nice to meet you. So where you found the link for this virtual tour, hopefully via our first year student introduction or new student introduction to housing and residence life page. I believe it was like an introduction to Raider Living. There are 2 videos. I think one of those videos highlights key important details, not about what you're getting, but why it is really great for students to live on campus. So I would highly encourage people to navigate back to that page and review some of those highlights about why living on campus is so amazing. And then also, if that stirs up questions for you, don't hesitate to use live chat via that same website. There's a live chat link where you can chat with one of our staff.
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm going to put that link here in the chat box. So it's kind of our orientation, first look at Raider Living. There's a couple of videos, some FAQs as well for everyone to look at. Anyone else want to say anything or have questions? Well, if not, thank you for joining us today. We're really excited again to welcome you to campus, and we will be reaching out to you, and assignments are going to be made in mid-July, so keep an eye on your email. We will email out assignments in mid-July, and at that point in time, you will be able to sign into your housing account and review your housing assignment and your roommate information as well through that. So thanks again for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed seeing Hamilton Hall, our home for STEM City, and we hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks again.